What's up, Raider Nation? Due to the fact that Region 89 was a complete dumpster fire, we decided to bring back the Raider Rundown. Cut to the clips. We're fixing to interview probably one of the funniest teachers you'll ever meet. I mean, you think Mr. Miller's funny? This guy's really funny. He won Funniest Teacher Award. This guy's a genius. Comedy gold. Let's go hit him up. The TMW, the Mighty Watson. Mr. Watson, do you mind if we interview you for the Raider Rundown? We hear you are the funniest teacher. How does it feel beating DTMC out for that?
I mean, that's not much competition. That would be like, the Buffalo Bills playing some sort of a Pee Wee football team.
Do you have any words you want to say to Mr. Miller? He's pretty angry about this.
First of all, you're a jabroni. The students really don't think you're all that funny, from what I understand. And just get prepared, because I'm going back to back this year. Most passionate about students. Psh, whatever. I'm funniest, and you know it.
All right, one more question. And how do you think you're going to square up this year? Have you been telling jokes?
Oh man, make jokes every day. Every single day.
Do you check your students like this guy does, Mr. Franks?
No. I don't do that. My students check themselves enough.
That's a dang good answer. Thank you, Mr. Watson. We have a question if you are willing to cut a promo back on the Seanster, Mr. Watson.
Yeah.
He was dissing on you. He was. He was saying something about he's going to go back to back on that jabroni and that you're not really that funny.
Watson
The Watson.
said that I wasn't funny.
He said maybe funny looking.
All right, first of all, Watson winning the funniest teacher. Where's the camera? Which camera is we at? This one right here? All right. Watson winning the funniest teacher is a travesty. It's a sham. It's a mockery of justice. It's a Travis sham mockery of justice. All right? It's rigged. The election had to have been rigged. That's the only way Watson could possibly beat the TMC in anything, really, but especially in the funniest. Does he not know my pedigree? Does he not know that in 1988 I was named the wittiest? Not the teacher. Teachers are lame, man. I was named the wittiest student in 1988 and 1989. I went back to back.
You went back to back.
I went back to back. 88, 89. Look it up. Look in the annuals. See if I'm lying. It's the truth. And I'm not going to let some English teacher, what's he joking about? Shakespeare? There ain't nothing funny about Shakespeare. There ain't nothing funny about Watson. Watson, let me tell you something. The funniest teacher title next year is mine.
Who's the funniest teacher, Miller or Watson?
I don't think either of them are funny.
What about Miller? He's funny looking.
Yeah.
I guess we all agree on that. Claire, who's the funniest teacher, Miller or Watson?
Miller all the way, let's go!
Miss Timmerman, I got a question.
Alright, maybe I'll have an answer and I may not.
Who's the funniest teacher, Mr. Miller or Mr. Watson?
I really don't know Mr. Watson that well, so I would have to say Mr. Miller would be the funniest teacher.
So far, that's all we heard so far. We had no votes for Watson.
Well, Mr. Miller's originality goes way back, so I can vouch for his funniness since he was probably 13 or 14.
That makes sense. Thank you, Miss Timmerman.
You're quite welcome anytime.
What's up, Keon? All right, Keon. We're asking one question for everybody today. Who is the funniest teacher, Mr. Miller or Mr. Watson?
Mr. Miller, for sure.
Mr. Miller has, I think, 5 votes on the day.
What Mr. Watson got?
0. All right, thanks, Keon. Come on. Hey, I got a question. Who's the funniest teacher, Mr. Miller or Mr. Watson?
Watson.
That's the first vote for Mr. Watson. It's number 1 of the day. Hey, man, I got a question. Who's the funniest teacher, Mr. Miller or Mr. Watson?
I don't know them, but I'm going to go Mr. Watson.
Mr. Watson. All right, thank you. Jaquela, who's the funniest teacher, Mr. Watson or Mr. Miller?
Sorry, Mr. Watson, but it's definitely Mr. Miller, the TMC. I gotta go with the TMC.
That's the vote we're hearing most. Ed, who's the funniest teacher, Mr. Miller or Mr. Watson?
Miller.
Whoa! It seems like the school is pretty evenly divided right now, but I think Miller might have a slight lead. But I don't know what people see in that guy. At best, he's just funny looking. Well, we'll see you next time as we follow this story closely in the Raider Rundown. Cut to the outro.